Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to my channel. I am here today for what could be the last or maybe next to last look into the cards here into my personal collection in this 3200 count box that I started putting together last summer sometime. We've been through all of these cards in the top loaders. We've checked out some of the cards from my card store and eBay purchases. And now, if I didn't just mess that up, we're going to find ourselves looking at the rest of the cards back here in these flea market purchases. These are some of the very first cards that I purchased when I got back into kind of looking for cards out in retail locations and flea markets. I had, to be honest, never really been in a flea market ever in my life, but after watching some other people, mainly Jabs, if I'm being honest, do some card searches and going to visit flea markets, I found some of these last summer, obviously before everything got turned upside down there. And these are some of the cards, my very first cards that I purchased in flea markets. So we got a Conforto here, the 1991 maybe design, I can't remember, the rookie card. 75 cents for the first Bowman Chrome of Bobby Dahlbeck. Is he the guy who played this year for Boston? I think my subscriber John should know. I think he's the one who played this year for Boston and was really good, right? 75 cents, first Bowman Chrome. Look at this next one, guys. First Bowman Chrome of Kyle Lewis for $1. You won't be able to find that deal anymore right now, I don't think. That's one that I picked up. This is the thing about these first Bowman Chromes. Here's another one, Khalil Lee. Now he is, if you watch Trevor Bauer's channel and you've been a viewer of his for a while, you knew he was doing those like off-season workouts or workouts in the summer out there in the desert in Arizona while everything was shut down between spring training ending and then the spring training resuming. And clearly for the Royals made quite a few appearances out there in the desert batting against Trevor Bauer and some of the other guys he had out there. And he seemed like a pretty cool dude. So I don't know how great of a prospect he is. He might have a shot to play in the outfield next year, but for 25 cents and for Kyle Lewis for $1, anytime you can snatch up these first Bowman Chromes of decent prospects, sometimes they'll really pan out. Here's Nicky Lopez, first Bowman Chrome. Now he has played for the Royals the last couple of years. He was a Gold Glove finalist this year, but he hasn't quite been able to put the bat on base percentage skills. His offense hasn't quite lived up to his defense because his defense is excellent, but his offense may have him tailored for more of just a utility player career unless he can show some growth in that area, which nothing wrong with that type of a career at all. There's Garrett Hampson, first Bowman Chrome for Colorado. I'm still waiting for him to really shine. Here's one that I'm really excited about, Nick Gordon, who here is a shortstop, but I've heard rumors they're going to move him to the outfield. I don't know if that's 100% true or not. This one's kind of a blue parallel. I don't see any numbering on the back, but for 50 cents, one of the better prospects in the Twins organization. Is a nice one. J.B. Bukauskas. He is not with the Astros organization anymore. I believe he's with Arizona. He was part of the Zach Greinke trade. That one for $0.25. There's a Tristan McKenzie for 10 cents. It's not his first Bowman Chrome. He obviously made his debut this year and was pretty decent there for the Cleveland Indians. Some Ketel Marte cards. Remember how awesome he was last year when he got MVP votes for Arizona for 10 cents for these Topps Living rookie cards of him. Touki Toussaint, sometimes people pan out and sometimes they don't, and Toussaint has not quite put it together yet. Here's a Jake Bauers for 10 cents. This is in San Diego, but he's kind of bounced around. I don't know. Last I heard, he's with Tampa, or maybe, I think he was with Tampa Bay or Cleveland, one of those organizations. There's a Xander Bogaerts, just regular Bowman card for 10 cents. These are some of the very first time I went to this flea market and saw that there were cards there. These are the cards I picked up because I had no clue that there were even cards there. And then it was just like a smorgasbord. Ryan O'Hearn for the Royals, 2014 Panini Elite Extra Edition for 10 cents. Thiago Vieira, I don't think has ever quite made an impact, but for 10 cents for an optic rated rookie, I was all over it. Gary Sanchez for 50 cents, Bowman Chrome card there. Here's the blue refractor of Jake Bauers for $1. I believe this one is numbered out of 150. And so I took a chance on this one last year, and they don't always pan out, but for $1 for a numbered card out of 150, a first Bowman Chrome refractor, that's the type of gamble I like to take when I go to flea markets and stuff. Jose Fernandez for 10 cents. Verdugo, rated rookie, optic rated rookie for $0.25. That one's looking like a pretty decent purchase. I like Verdugo. I always have. He did a pretty nice job this year for Boston. I think he's going to fit in really well out there. Castillo, the Bowman Scouts Top 100 for $0.25. Here's a couple other just base rookie cards of Luis Castillo for 25 cents. There's a Diamond King for Josh Bell. Remember how insane he was in the first half of the 2019 season, and then cooled off and kind of struggled this year in 2020, to be honest. Taylor Trammell, who here is with Cincinnati, but then got traded, and then he got traded again. Traded to San Diego, and I think he may have been traded again. Was he part of the trade between San Diego and Cleveland for Mike Clevenger? I feel like that might be right. I don't know. My brain's not working very well today. It's been a pretty wild week last few days at work, so that's why I haven't been able to put out videos in a while, so I apologize about that. There's some Matt Chapman, just base rookie cards for a quarter. Tyler Skaggs for a quarter. Tyler White, here's a gold rookie card of Tyler White, who's kind of bounced around. I think he might be with the Dodgers now, numbered out of 2016. This one I think was pretty nice. Kirby Yates, not a rookie card, but the gold version of Kirby Yates. This is when he's with the Yankees, but obviously now he has resurrected his career for the Padres and was very good 2 years ago, and this year got banged up. I believe he's from Hawaii. Yeah, you can see it right there in the top right-hand corner. That one's numbered 1949. Here's some other just Conforto Bowman rookie cards. There's another Chapman. Wow, I didn't realize I had this many Chapmans for a quarter. Jacob deGrom for 10 cents. I like that one, those old heritage-looking cards. There's a Bregman for a dime. And then they had a bunch of Khalil Lees. He had a whole stack of Royals, and then he had a whole box just devoted to Cardinals. And so I just took all these Khalil Lees. There's Hunter Dozier. Frank Schwindel, who's not with the Royals organization anymore. All from that same vendor. This is another one of the first cards I found. I forgot this was even in here. My buddy Kevin McLeod will probably be all over this one. 50 cents for this Chipper Jones coming attraction, and with Ryan Klesko. That's the very first vendor I ever saw cards from, and I picked that one up along with that Vladdy Guerrero that I mentioned in my last video when I showed cards from here. There's a Christopher Davis, who's obviously now with Oakland. 10 cents rookie card for Chris Davis. There's a Vladdy for 10 cents. Kyle Zimmer, who was a first-round pick of the Royals, got banged up, was horrible, got so many injuries every year, but then actually was amazing this year out of the bullpen, and hopefully he can get some solid footing and reestablish his career. And there's some more Nicky Lopez cards for 10 cents, a Mike Soroka for a quarter, and then a black Bowman paper, first Bowman paper of Nicky Lopez, and that one is numbered out of $4.99. So you get a numbered first Bowman paper, black parallel for 10 cents. I mean, come on, guys. Great deal there. So check my time. Okay, I'm about 7.5 minutes. I'll try to buzz through this. I'm not going to get all the way through, but I'll try to finish up around 10. And so he had all these Royals, and I was all over the Khalil Lee cards here too. Quarter for the first Bowman Chrome. There's a first Bowman Chrome of Lopez for a quarter. Blake Snell for a dime. Jose Fernandez for a dime. There's another one. Francisco Mejia for a dime. There's a Correa. A couple more of these. I really like these old school throwback designs here with these cards. Victor Robles obviously had a little steeper of a price tag because he's more of a, or at least at that point last summer, was more of like the hot prospect for the Nationals and their organization. There's a Mike Trout for 50 cents. Anytime you get a Mike Trout card, you're doing pretty well. There's another Conforto rookie card Bowman Chrome. Daz Cameron, the son of Mike Cameron. If you're like me, you remember watching his dad play for Seattle and some other organizations growing up as a kid. I believe he is with the Tigers now. He has not quite, I believe, made his Major League debut yet. But he is someone to maybe keep an eye out on. I don't honestly remember how highly rated of a prospect he is. But he's got good bloodlines. There's a Seth Beer. He's with the Arizona organization now. He was with the Astros and was also part of the Zach Greinke trade. Here's a blue, Walmart blue parallel of Hyun-Jin Ryu, rookie debut for a quarter. That was a pretty cool pickup, I think. Obviously, he was awesome last year with the Dodgers, or 2 years ago with the Dodgers, and then last year with Toronto, and found himself in the Cy Young Award votes, I think, both years. First Bowman Chrome of Victor Robles for $1. I really like these 2016 Bowman Chrome cards, man. Something about this design I just really like. Here's a pretty cool one. A blue kind of prism refractor here, 75 cents, rated rookie out of Optic for Rafael Devers. And this one's also numbered out of 149. 75 cents. I didn't even remember that one was numbered. There's a Trevor Bauer rookie debut. Obviously, he's made a big name for himself now with his YouTube channel and winning the Cy Young. He was quite the controversial prospect when he first came up, if y'all remember, just because of his long toss throwing program and his unconventional training regimen that a lot of those old school people in MLB didn't quite necessarily agree with. And obviously now he's getting much more well known for his kind of quote-unquote unconventional look at pitching, and it's becoming less and less unconventional as other people are catching up to some of the things that he's always been doing. So I can't say I always agree with the approach Trevor Bauer takes to everything, but I feel like his approach to pitching and mechanics and training has definitely been justified and vindicated, because there's so many people who are now hiring all those guys from the Driveline factory out there in Seattle, or trying to learn from Trevor and all of his people up there to follow along with what they've done with all of the just analytics they use in their pitching. There's a Michael Kopech for 10 cents. Hopefully he bounces back this year and does really well for the White Sox after sitting out this year, choosing to sit out. Michael Kopech for 10 cents. There's a Vladimir Guerrero Bowman card for 10 cents, Bowman Chrome. There's a Josh Bell for 10 cents. Another optic of Correa for 10 cents. Here's a first Bowman Chrome of Willie Adames for a quarter. Adames was nice this year for Tampa Bay. Struggled in the playoffs and in the World Series, but I think he has a nice future and has done pretty well. There's a Mitch Garver rated rookie optic. He was an all-star last year and then battled injuries this year, and so he never quite got back on solid ground there. There's a Hunter Dozier rookie card for a quarter. There's a Jose Fernandez for $1. The first Bowman Chrome of Ozzie Albies. You can see there his name, full name, Azino. I don't even know how to pronounce it. Albies, you can see why he would shorten it, but for $1.50. Back then, when I bought it, that was a pretty expensive price, but now that's probably a good investment. This one is way off cut. Look at that. The centering on this one on the right, there's barely any white over here past his name. This one's centered a little bit better. But for $1.50, the first Bowman Chrome of Ozzie Albies. There's a Reese Hoskins card there, not numbered on the back. And we're going to wrap this up here because I'm almost at 12 minutes. Nicky Lopez, we've seen him plenty of times. Ty Buttrey, first Bowman Chrome. He was pretty solid last year out of the bullpen for the Angels, I think it was. And so that's probably why I picked that card up. There's another Bauer rookie card, this time just out of Bowman. Jose Barrios for a quarter. This one is not the real Josh Bell. I couldn't really tell. I didn't think that was the same Josh Bell as the one in Pittsburgh, but it was a quarter, and I'm like, you know what, I'll grab it. There's an Aaron Nola for a quarter. Joey Gallo, Prism draft picks in 2013 for 50 cents. Another one of these Matt Chapman Topps Update Bowman or rookie cards. Francisco Mejia, there's a Danny Duffy. He's a great through the mail guy for the Royals. I personally have not sent one to him, but I know he has a good reputation as being a good signer. Then we got a mini card here of Josh Bell, the farm's finest in the Pittsburgh organization. Look at this. Look at what Pittsburgh could have been. Holy cow. I know this video is extended out a little bit longer. Glasnow, Tyon, Meadows, Bell. Even Jacoby Jones has done fairly well in Detroit. But, wow. How many of these guys are still with the organization? Bell and Tyon. Tyon sat out this year, got hurt, I believe, and didn't pitch at all. But Pittsburgh has not had the best luck lately. There's another mini rookie card here of Hyunjin Ryu for a quarter. That's a pretty cool one. Here's another mini of Tyler Glasnow for 50 cents. I kind of like the look of these. This is from 2015, it says on the bottom. This one's numbered out of 250. Glasnow, the number 1 prospect, and numbered 48 out of 250 for 50 cents. That's pretty cool. There's a Touki Toussaint. He's now with the Braves, and I just like looking at these old prospect rankings. Archie Bradley, solid pitcher. Braden Shipley, Aaron Blair, Touki Toussaint, Brandon Drury, I mean, those guys have major league time. There's a Correa, the Houston farm system. Correa, stud. Mark Appel, nope. Josh Hader, amazing. Colin Moran, decent. He's a solid player. Mike Foltynewicz, who got DFA'd in the middle of last year, kind of a surprise. Monty Harrison, I've mentioned him a lot of times. He grew up not too far from Kansas City, in the same hometown Drew Lock is from. And then he was part of the Christian Yelich trade to the Marlins. He made his major league debut in 2020. But the Brewers farm system in 2015, you had Orlando Arcia, who's played shortstop for them for a while. Monty Harrison, who's now, like I said, with the Marlins. Cody Medeiros, never heard of him. Tyrone Taylor, not really quite a major league regular. And then Jacob Gatewood, who I don't even know anything about. And then finally, we'll wrap this up with Alex Verdugo. This is the 2015 Bowman Farm Finest, parallel for the Dodgers. Julio Urias, who's been a good pitcher for the Dodgers. Corey Seager, obviously your World Series MVP. Jock Peterson, a good player. I don't know if they tendered him a contract this year. Grant Holmes, I don't know anything about. And then Alex Verdugo, who definitely panned out for them as well. So there you have it, guys. Went a little bit longer than I wanted, closer to 15 minutes instead of 10, but sometimes you get on a roll, you know? So we'll do one more video of these cards, and that will wrap it up. Look for that maybe next week sometime. Thank you so much for watching my channel, guys. I'm so sorry I haven't been able to respond to many messages and emails and post too many videos lately. Things are just getting kind of nuts at work. So I'm doing the best I can. Hopefully I can post some more content the rest of this week. I got a baseball card show coming up this weekend I'm hoping to be able to go to. It's going to be the last one of the year, and I hope I will have a chance to be out there this weekend to possibly pick up some cards. So thank you so much again for watching my channel, guys. I will catch you in another one. See you.